Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how you do your practice plan and your self-evaluation for our music class. For starters, you need to be in your Google Drive in your music folder. Then, we're going to start with the practice plan because that's what you start with at the beginning of your week. Open up the practice plan for band. You'll see that you have view-only access for this. So, what do you need to do? Well, let's read on the page, see if there's some instructions. It says here, choose File menu, make a copy, and rename it with the piece you are working on. Make sure it is put into your music folder on Google Drive. Okay, so the instruction was to go to the File menu and then make a copy. File menu, make a copy. Rename it with the piece you're working on. Okay? Next line, name of the piece. Well, I've decided to do hot cross buns. And it's on page 8. So now I've got that sorted. We're on to the next bit, rehearse. I need to choose one of these things that I'm going to be working on. As I'm a beginner, I'm going to start with one of the beginner things. Intermediate students could also use the beginner ones as long as they're focused on intermediate level pieces. So I'm going to work on the pitch and note accuracy. Put in today's date. Put in which skill you're going to focus on. And then you put in which measures you're going to focus on, which bars. And it says here, do it in groups of 2 to 4 measures. So in my piece, I'm going to start with measures 6 to 8. I'm going to start with the end. At this point, you need to pause this recording and go and do your 15 minutes of practice, focusing on whatever you put in this box for those measures. So I'm going to pause, I'm going to go and work on my pitch for measures 6 through 8 for 15 minutes and then come back. Great, we're back. Okay, so I worked on my pitch in measures 6 through 8. Now I need to say, what did you do to improve your skill? So how did I improve my pitch in measures 6 through 8? That's what I need to write down here. So first, I looked at the notes to see if there were any I did not know. Then I did just fingerings without blowing into my instrument. Finally, I played the measures, making sure that I had the correct fingerings and buzz. Okay, that's all you need to put in there. For today, that's all you can do. Next, you'll have to reopen this document tomorrow before you practice. So, pause this video, go get the other homework done, go to bed, have school tomorrow, and then come back. Hey, it's day 2. Okay, so what we're doing is putting in the next date. It's now November 2nd. What am I going to work on today? Well, you know what? I'm actually going to work on pitch, but I'm going to do it on a different set of measures this time. So I'm going to go and work on measures 1 through 4 for this one. Now, same as I did yesterday, pause the video, go work for 15 minutes on exactly what I said I was going to do, and then come back. Okay, so we are back, and I've just done my 15 minutes of practice. Here we go, measures 1 through 4. What did I do? Well, I actually did the same strategies that I did yesterday. So first, looked for notes. Oops. First, I looked for notes I did not know. Okay, so first I looked for the notes I did not know, then I did fingerings without any air in my instrument, and finally I played the measures, making sure that I had the correct fingerings and buzz. Good, so that's day 2 done. So you can pause this video, do the rest of your homework, go to bed, have school tomorrow, and then see what happens on day 3. Day 3, here we go. It's November 3rd already. And today I'm going to be working on the rhythm. And I've decided I'm going to work measures 4 through 8. So, just as I did with the other 2 days, pause the video, go work for 15 minutes on exactly the things I said I was going to work on, and then come back. All right, now coming back. So we've got rhythm that I've been working on. So I found a rhythm I didn't know in measure 6. Okay, so what I did this time is first I looked for rhythms that I did not know. I found one in measure 6. I clapped the ta and tt in measure 6 to make sure I knew it. I counted the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and in measure 6 to make sure I knew it while I played, or while I clapped. Then I had someone else clap the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and while I played the pitches on my instrument. So this is how you do a practice plan. After you've done these 3, then you can do your recording and upload that to your Google Drive. When you're ready for doing the self-evaluation, okay, you put in your name. And then now again, there is go to the file, make a copy, then rename it with the song you are evaluating. File, make a copy. And what was I? Oh yes, hot cross buns. Good. Now, color in one box that best suits each row. Well, first, I need to listen to my recording, okay? And I'm watching to see if I've got posture. Well, I can play with a straight back and both flat on the floor. And, well, I still need to be reminded. So, let's see. Only once in a lesson or more often? Well, it's usually more often. I'm going to be honest here. And I can color it in with any color I want. So I think I'm going to color it in with this blue color. Breath and phrasing. I usually use a warm, continuous breath, and sometimes I can play the phrases correctly, only breathing at the breath marks. Yep, definitely do that. Let's see. I use a warm, continuous breath, and I usually play the phrases correctly, only breathing at the breath marks or rests. Yeah, I'm always doing that. So don't ever have an issue there. So I'm going to put that one there. Okay. Articulation. That's saying ta, ta, ta as you play. I have difficulties with that one. I'm not always doing that. Sometimes I articulate the notes, often need reminding. Yeah, that's me. So I'm going to color that one in. Pitch accuracy. Well, I listened to the song on the software that I got, and I compared it to what I was playing. I played almost all of the notes properly, but there were a couple places where I was hesitating a little bit because I wasn't sure. So I'm going to put myself there. And the rhythm. Well, I was keeping a steady beat for 1 and 2 beat rhythms. Yep, definitely did that. I can keep a steady beat for half beat to 4 beat rhythms and can maintain that for 2 to 3 consecutive bars. Yeah, I'm able to do that. I can keep a steady beat for half a beat to 4 beat rhythms and can maintain that for the whole piece. Yep, I can do that. I can keep a steady beat for the whole piece, and I'm working on syncopated rhythms. Syncopated rhythms is where the number, like 1, is a rest, but the and of 1 is a note. I'm not there yet, so I'm going to put myself here. Now, what one thing would you like to improve in your performance? Well, I'm looking at this going, I'm going to work on my pitch accuracy. What strategy could I use to improve and reach that goal? Well, I can make sure that I know all of my fingerings before I start to practice my piece. Done. I've now completed a self-evaluation and my practice plan.